Merlin Unchained, Network Magic, Show Inventory. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. My name is John Capobianco, and today what I thought we would do is, building on the Show IP Interface brief, is to do another fairly simple example, the Show Inventory command, and we can start to add inventory into our database. Now, I have a lot of commands, and I went through a few different commands, and some of them, most of them, have a lot of fields and they're fairly complex. And I wanted to build up to those more complicated commands with something like Show IP Interface Brief, which is not as complicated. And now let's do Show Inventory. So let me show you where to start, where I start. And I'm going to try to do a zoomed in approach. This might be a little goofy for me at first, but someone mentioned that they wanted me to try to zoom in a little more. So what I have here is the JavaScript object notation. So this is, oh, and I'm in the wrong command here. What I want to do is find my Show Inventory command and go find what the JavaScript object notation looks like. What we get back from Genie, or better known as the pyATS library, for the parsing of the Show Inventory command. Now I'm going to show you how to do that in Python as a step of Merlin, but I like to start with the output of that. We can get that at the CLI, by the way, with the simple command pyATS space parse, and then space, and then in quotations, show inventory, and then dash dash testbed dash file, and then the name and location of your testbed file, which will give you this JavaScript object notation. So what do we need? Well, there's under name, we have chassis and slot 1 and slot 27. Right? So maybe what we could do is for part in name and register the chassis and the slot. And then, so that's one field, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. They've all been normalized. So there's nothing special to handle. We don't need any if-else logic here. And we should be able to bring this into our project. So where do we start? Well, let's start with a branch inside of GitHub, inside of our Merlin Unchained here. Let's start with a branch. Let's do this right. So this is going to be called Show Inventory, and we create our branch. And now we have to switch over to that branch inside of our VS Code. So we're going to do a command here and do a get fetch, and then try to change into our branch, show inventory, and we are now in that branch. So where do we start? Well, again, I always start with the model. We need to start with our model, and alphabetically, show inventory, LMNOP, should go above IP interface brief. And I'm a big fan of copy paste, but for this video, let's try to write it from scratch. So I don't need to import anything. I'm already importing models, and we're going to write a class, show inventory, that uses models.model, and we definitely want the alias of the device, and this is a text field. We want the operating system. These are 2 of the 3 standard fields that we want in every table in our database. And let's go ahead and do timestamp, the 3rd field that we want, and this is a date time field, as you can see. Now we need to go get, I'm going to do my best to try to, right, we need this model. So can I, give me 1 second. Yeah, that's still, Well, it's hard to do with the zoom, but let's go ahead and try to figure this out. So what we need is the part, right? We call it part equals models.text field, and then we need the description and I will get better with this zoomed approach. I think it might be better to present it to you, but it's going to take me a little bit of time to get the hang of driving this way. Not going too bad. Let's grab serial number. And there's one more that we need, is the slot. Now the slot is already really described here. None, because it's the chassis. So let's not take in slot. We don't really need the slot. Okay, so that is our model. Now let me turn the zoom off real quick. And what we're going to do is take a breakpoint here in the video. So that is taking the JavaScript object notation from the pyATS parsed version of the command and turning it into a model, a class, inside of Python, so that Django can, you're going to see, take that model and turn it into a database table. That'll be the next part of the video. I'd like to watch some of this back and see how the zoom worked out. Stay tuned. This is a good time to take a quick break or rewind and follow that model creation if anything was unclear to you. See you soon.